I'm Pastor Chuck Blair of New Church Live. Thank you so much for joining us today. I realize a lot of folks are watching archived in different parts of the country, but wonderful to have you as part of our little morning conversation, or little morning ritual here at New Church Live. So what we're looking at today is we're going to try to be real super practical today about how to have a great weekend. And we've been looking at this story, this Bible story, looking at this deeper sense of it. And it's a deeper sense with the story of Abram, where it's talking about this really cherished inner self, which you could look at as our deep soul. You could look at as our inmost, any true self. You look at any number of words that get to that. And it should be this concept that brings us an incredible amount of joy, that the idea of deep down at our very core, at our bedrock, you excavate enough, you come to this incredibly beautiful place. And that's what we're going to chat about just a little bit today. And when you arrive at this beautiful place, the Bible talks about Abram coming to this place where he came and lived in the oak groves of Marme. And I cannot say that word, but it's just this idea of like being settled. Look at all this biblical truth, this poetic truth, and it's just this idea of we have a time of settling. So how might that look this weekend? Well, it's interesting from a Christian New Church perspective. And for many religions, actually, it's all about integrity. It's all about how do we weave our inner self with our outer self, our souls with our bodies. That whole word embodiment is so important. And that's what faith and love and connection really have to be. They have to be embedded. They can't just be head things. And that's this time of resting where we finally put two and two together, where it just kind of like weaves together very nicely. And what Manuel Swedenborg offers with this, he says, when that time comes, what we experience is the actual living energy of the inner self. So we have that soul, that innermost, and then we just experience it as, oh yeah, there's this living energy within me. And it's not determined by external circumstances. It's just something it's just there. It's just something that I have in my life. And that's an incredibly powerful place to be, to have settled into that place. That living energy of the inner self. And then how might we tap into that this weekend? Well, again, it's two components. Again, we have an inner self and an outer self. And maybe a place to start is with our outer selves. What's an activity you can do that tends to still your mind? And for me, every morning I get up. I'm out on a walk by about 6 o'clock till 8 o'clock, a couple hours in there. That just really stills my mind. And what is that for you? Could it be swimming? Could it be I don't know, any number of things it could be. Could be going on a horseback ride, whatever it might be for you. What is actual mowing the lawn? I imagine for a lot of people that's very therapeutic, or golf. But what's something you can physically do that kind of helps to just focus that external part of us, our bodies. And one of the things to think about, I was thinking, okay, so we're going to do that physical thing. What maybe we could consider as we do that is taking a look at this question, because this is one I was working on a little bit for an upcoming series in October, which is what matters most. Just really think to yourself, oh yeah, what matters most in life? What do I think matters most? What do I think matters most? Just hold that question and find a podcast on it. Kate Bowler's always great for answering that question. But just take a look at what matters most. And then as we finish up that part of that singular activity of something physical, of getting out there in the world, then later on in the day, later on in the weekend, start to think, okay, how do I bring that to life in other people? How do I, and that's really important, folks. It's not that we're going out there to fix or change other people. It's just what we're trying to do is we're trying to support that life in that all of us have. And to be curious about that, to be open about that, to take that, again, that actual living energy, to take that actual living energy and allow it to just move out there into the world. You don't want to fire hose people with that, obviously. Like, it should create a certain soft edge, a certain stillness, a certain willingness to listen to other people. It just should create like this deep peace, right? And then just watch what happens. A quote I love, I quote it all the time because I think it's incredibly significant. I think it nails exactly what God is asking us to do. which is we walk into a room and wonder if we belong. Jesus walks into a room and loves what he finds there. And I think that's where the inner energy comes from. When we really walk into a space, whatever space that might be, and it could be the space of the grocery store, who knows, right? Or it could be a party, or it could be this, or it could be that. I'm going to a rehearsal dinner tonight for some friends, and whatever that is, can we go into that with that inner energy, just being like, oh yeah, I'm just going to love what I find here. Very different place than, do I fit in? Am I enough? Did I belong? Am I dressed the right way? Drop all that junk, just drop all that junk and just think, oh yeah, I just am going to love what I find here today. That then, folks, you'll start to see how that energy starts to create a circuit. And that circuit is a circuit of love. We will learn things, we will experience things, we will connect with other people, and it will end up being a wonderful weekend. And all of that is within our purview. Now, can we always do that? No. I mean, there's no doubt some of you watching this here today, you're not in a place where you can do that because of life circumstances. And that's I think where we need to breathe as well. And if you're in that place, may someone bring you that beautiful love and that care and that connection, as part of your life today. And for most of us, we're in a place where we can do that. So just think about that this weekend, bringing love, bringing energy, and, see what starts to happen. Love what you find there in any group you go into. And again, just simple mantra as you open the door to anything this weekend. Think, yeah, I'm going to love what I find there. And you will see an amazing miracle take place in terms of how you experience the weekend. So that's my thought for today, folks. I hope that makes sense on a very practical level. And what I'm going to do now, as we always do, we do a little meditation, prayer bell, a little meditation, and then after that, we move into little moments of a nice prayer and a nice blessing, and we'll say hi to folks on social media. So with that, friends, let's all get a big breath. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I. Be still and know that. Be still and know. Be still and. Be still. Be. Our Father, who art in the heavens, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, as in heaven, so upon the earth. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we also forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you, bring you peace, and bring you home. Amen. All right, dear friends, let's give a little cheery hello to those who might be joining us online here. All right, let's see a bunch of comments there. All right, Linda, good morning to you, my friend. Teresa, good morning. I hope you're doing well. And Teresa, I agree with you. The living energy within it's beautiful, right? This is because the heavenly attributes of love for God, of God, contain the actual living energy of the inner self. That's so powerful, so powerful. I love what we find there. That's just such a great mantra to have. Like, love what we find there. Love what we find there. Martha, good morning to you. And Linda, totally concur there. Wishing everyone a great, wonderful, amazing, incredible weekend. And now let's flip over to here. And one more comments here. All right, Paige, good morning to you. Rita, it is wonderful to have you joining us. Great to have you listening live. Marcus, good morning to you, buddy. Gene, top of the morning. Enjoy your weekend. Totally want to pass that around to everybody. Melissa, good morning. Happy Friday. That's a great way to start the day and weekend. Love wins, as always. So just love what we find there. And Kim, happy Friday to you as well. I almost said happy birthday there, Kim. I don't think it's your birthday, but if it is, happy birthday. All right, dear friends, just what a blessing all of you are. Love what you find there in your life this weekend. And last but not least, a little note about supporting New Church Live. Like our content, it's funded by viewers like you. Please consider becoming a sustaining supporter of New Church Live today. Take care, dear friends. God bless.